My name is Bongiwe Nene.
My name is Xolani Radebe.
I come from Soweto, Mulapo.
And I'm from Jabulani.
I went to high school in Jabulani Technical High School where I met Ms. Zandile Ntuli.
I'm currently a mechanical engineer and now I'm working on my master's in engineering, so it's artificial intelligence plus helicopters.
Working as a software engineer at Standard Bank. It's been 4 years now.
Sorry, I also work at a bank, FNB though. So yeah, and I met Ms. Ntuli when I was doing my grade 8 and she was my natural sciences teacher too.
So I'd say Ms. Ntuli's style of teaching was more of encouraging, and she was very patient, and her class was a safe place to learn, to fail and try again. I'm
not sure whether it was her height, so we felt like we were talking to like a peer or someone like that, so it was, she was someone you could easily ask questions.
So with that approach, I then felt a sense of belonging in the STEM career field.
I think the secret ingredient for my teaching style or delivering curriculum for my learners, it was important to connect them to the world outside of the classroom. So what the TEACH training did for me was staying curious. I think it's important not to be complacent, important to never stop learning. And it was so important to also have that open communication with the TEACH staff to say, this is what I need, this is the support that I require from you in order to be successful in this. I felt I was more than just a teacher, I was a mentor, I was a sister, I was a friend. Xolani was just saying I was a peer because of my height. My kids were 3 times my height, so we were buddies. And that was the most important part for me in the classroom. That's another secret ingredient, where I was super warm, welcoming, but I cared.
She once took us to a trip, I would say a trip. We went to see Mrs. Michelle Obama, and she was still a first lady at that time. So I can say most of the time what I drew from Ms. Ntuli, it wasn't just about academics. It was mental, it was emotional, personally.
So having to speak to her from career advices to just life, advices, how do you deal with something like this? And like I said, those little questions when she would try and trigger something in class by saying, just continue, you will see.
So my influence went a long way. Sometimes I did not even know that it went as far as now I've got MSc candidate, an AI expert in the making. So that makes me very proud, but these kids also put in the work. Advice for the passionate ambassadors, definitely I would say to passionate teachers not to become too complacent, always wanting to improve. Be kept abreast with the emerging trends in our education sector. Build relationships with the teachers, build relationship with your principals. There's so many people doing the same thing in the education space, but when we do come together, that's when we're maximizing our impact. That's when we're maximizing funding. So I'm very excited about the learnings that come out of this collaboration or that come out of the work that we do. All of us need to come together for greater impact. All of us need to come together for that systemic change. So I get very excited when like-minded, passionate people come into the room to discuss how do we move the needle, especially around systemic change. I don't think we are where we need to be in terms of achieving some of our NDP's goals, your Vision 2030, but we'll need a lot of people also to come on board, a lot of buy-in. But it's exciting that we in the education sector can be ambassadors and actually spread the awareness and talk about the good work that is happening, the good work that has happened, and being intentional about the work that we do, telling impact stories. Stories sell. So if we can tell those impact stories to say, I've moved from here to there, look at this.
You have to you have to start somewhere. You have to have that willingness to learn, because this field is very broad. There's so much to learn. There's so much you can go for. There are practical careers. There are some that will need you to be out there. You can stay behind the scenes but still do your magic. So I'd say you belong in STEM. There's a room for everyone.